created by my master, Omar Samson, at your service. Free Palestine. God is the greatest. The Sumerian King List. Sumerian King List. List of rulers of ancient Sumer, used as a framework for the study of Mesopotamian chronology. 16 copies indicated as a B.C. P of this text are known, all of them written in Sumerian, although some of them clearly show Akkadian influence. The text appears to have been composed in the late 3rd millennium BCE, UR3 period, and was later updated. The sequence of cities is identical to the Eridu Genesis. The text presented here is based on version G, an octagonal prism from Larsa. Translation: after the kingship descended from heaven, the kingship was in Eridu. In Eridu, Alulim became king. He ruled for 28,800 years. Alalgar ruled for 36,000 years. 2 kings. They ruled for 64,800 years. Then Eridu fell and the kingship was taken to Bad Tibera. In Bad Tibera, Enmenluana ruled for 43,200 years. Enmengalana ruled for 28,800 years. The divine Dumuzi, the shepherd, ruled for 36,000 years. 3 kings. They ruled for 108,000 years. Then Bad Tibera fell and the kingship was taken to Larak. In Larak, Ensipedzadana ruled for 28,800 years. 1 king. He ruled for 28,800 years. Then Larak fell and the kingship was taken to Sippar. In Sippar, Enmendarana became king. He ruled for 21,000 years. 1 king. He ruled for 21,000 years. Then Sippar fell and the kingship was taken to Surapak. In Surapak, Ubaratutu became king. He ruled for 18,600 years. 1 king. He ruled for 18,600 years. 5 cities. 8 kings ruled for 385,200 years. Then the flood swept over. After the flood had swept over, and the kingship had descended from heaven, the kingship was in Kis. In Kis, Jazur became king. He ruled for 1,200 years. Kolasinabel ruled for 900 years. Nangis Lisma ruled for 1,200 years. Endarana ruled for 420 years, 3 months, and 3.5 days. Babam ruled for 300 years. Puanam ruled for 840 years. Calibum ruled for 900 years. Kalumam ruled for 840 years. Zukakip ruled for 900 years. Atab ruled for 600 years. Masta, son of Atab, ruled for 840 years. Arwium, son of Masta, ruled for 720 years. Etna, the shepherd, who ascended to heaven and put all countries in order, became king. He ruled for 1,500 years. Bailey, son of Etna, ruled for 400 years. Enminuna ruled for 660 years. Melamkis, son of Enminuna, ruled for 900 years. Barcelnuna, son of Enminuna, ruled for 1,200 years. Samig, son of Barcelnuna, ruled for 140 years. Tisker, son of Samig, ruled for 305 years. Ilkayu ruled for 900 years. Iltisadam ruled for 1,200 years. Enmenbarajizi, who destroyed Elam's weapons, became king. He ruled for 900 years. Aga, son of Enmenbarajizi, ruled for 625 years. 23 kings ruled for 23,310 years, 3 months, and 3.5 days. Then Kis was defeated and the kingship was taken to Eanna. In Eanna, Meskeji Gezer, son of Utu, became lord and king. He ruled for 324 years. Meskeji Gezer entered the sea and disappeared. In Mekar, son of Meskeji Gezer, the king of Uruk who built Uruk, became king. He ruled for 420 years. The divine Lugalbanda, the shepherd, ruled for 1,200 years. The divine Dumuzi, the fisherman, whose city was Kuera, ruled for 100. Gilgames, whose father was an invisible being, the lord of Kalaba, ruled for 126 years. Uarnungal, son of the divine Gilgames, ruled for 30 years. Udal-Kalama, son of Uarnungal, ruled for 15 years. Labaser ruled for 9 years. Enandarana ruled for 8 years. Mesh, the smith, ruled for 36 years. Melamana ruled for 6 years. Lugalkijin ruled for 36 years. 12 kings ruled for 2,310 years. Then Uruk was defeated and the kingship was taken to Uar. In Uar, Mesanepada became king. He ruled for 80 years. Meskie-Jinuna, son of Mesanepada, became king. He ruled for 36 years. Elialu ruled for 25 years. Alialu ruled for 36 years. Mrs. L1 plus N1, P2 plus L2 have. 4 kings ruled for 177 years. Then Uar was defeated and the kingship was taken to Awan. In Awan, became king, he ruled for years. Lu ruled for years. Kul ruled for 36 years. 3 kings ruled for 356 years. Then Awan was defeated and the kingship was taken to Kis. In Kis, Susuda, the fuller, became king. He ruled for 200 plus N years. Dades ruled for 81 years. Mamagal, the boatman, ruled for 240 plus N years. Kalbum, son of Mamagal, ruled for 195 years. Tug ruled for 360 years. Menuna ruled for 180 years. Enbiister ruled for 290 years. Lugalgu ruled for 360 years. 8 kings they ruled for 3195 sick years. Then Kis was defeated and the kingship was taken to Hamatsi. In Hamatsi, Hatanes became king. He ruled for 360 years. 1 king ruled for 360 years. Then Hamatsi was defeated and the kingship was taken to Uruk. In Uruk, Ensakazana became king. He ruled for 60 years. Lugalur ruled for 120 years. Argandia ruled for 7 years. 3 kings ruled for 187 years. Then Uruk was defeated and the kingship was taken to Uar. In Uar, Nan became king. He ruled for 54 plus N years. Meskie-Jinana, son of Nan, ruled for 48 years. The son of ruled for 2 years. 3 kings ruled for years. Then Uar was defeated and the kingship was taken to Adab. In Adab, Lugalain-Mundu became king. He ruled for 90 years. 1 king ruled for 90 years. Then Adab was defeated and the kingship was taken to Mari. In Mari, Anyabu became king. He ruled for 30 years. Amba, son of Anyabu, ruled for 17 years. Batsi, the leather worker, ruled for 30 years. Zizi, the fuller, ruled for 20 years. Limur, the Pasisu priest, ruled for 30 years. Saramiter ruled for 9 years. 6 kings ruled for 136 years. Then Mari was defeated and the kingship was taken to Kis. In Kis, Kubaba, the woman tavern keeper who made firm the foundations of Kis, became king. She ruled for 100 years. 1 queen ruled for 100 years. Then Kis was defeated and the kingship was taken to Aksak. In Aksak, Unzi became king. He ruled for 30 years. Undalialu ruled for 6 years. Ura ruled for 6 years. Puzernira ruled for 20 years. Isuil ruled for 24 years. Susin, son of Isuil, ruled for 7 years. 6 kings ruled for 93 years. Then Aksak was defeated and the kingship was taken to Kis. In Kis, Puzersin, son of Kubaba, became king. He ruled for 25 years. Uarzababa, son of Puzersin, ruled for 400. Samadara ruled for 30 years. Usi Water ruled for 7 years. Istermuti ruled for 11 years. Ism Samus ruled for 11 years. Nania, the stonecutter, ruled for 7 years. 7 kings ruled for 491 years. Then Kis was defeated and the kingship was taken to Uruk. In Uruk, Lugalzajizi became king. He ruled for 25 years. 2341 to 2316. 1 king ruled for 25 years. Then Uruk was defeated and the kingship was taken to Agade. In Agade, Sargon, whose father was a gardener, the cupbearer of Uarzababa, became king, the king of Agade, who built Agade. He ruled for 56 years. 2335 to 2279. Rimus, son of Sargon, ruled for 9 years. 2279 to 2270. Manastusu, the older brother of Rimus, son of Sargon, ruled for 15 years. 2270 to 2255. Naram-Sin, son of Manastusu, ruled for 56 years. 2255 to 2218. Sarkalisari, son of Naram-Sin, ruled for 25 years. 2218 to 2193. Then who was king? Who was not king? Urjajai was king, Nanam was king, Iamai was king, Elilu was king. Those 4 kings ruled 3 years. 2193 to 2190. Dudu ruled for 21 years. 2190 to 2169. Sudural, son of Dudu, ruled for 15 years. 2169 to 2154. 11 kings ruled for 181 years. Then Agade was defeated and the kingship was taken to Uruk. In Uruk, Uarnijan became king. He ruled for 7 years. 2154 to 2147. Uargidger, son of Uarnijan, ruled for 6 years. 2147 to 2141. Kuta ruled for 6 years. 2141 to 2135. Puzarili ruled for 5 years. 2135 to 2130. Utu ruled for 6 years. 2130 to 2124. 5 kings ruled for 30 years. Uruk was defeated and the kingship was taken to the army of Gudium. The army of Gudium, a king whose name is unknown. Nibia became king. He ruled for 3 years. Then Injisu ruled for 6 years. Ikukam Lakaba ruled for 6 years. Salm ruled for 6 years. Silialums ruled for 6 years. Inimabakes ruled for 5 years. Igaeus ruled for 6 years. Yarla Kaba ruled for years. Ibate ruled for 3 years. Yarla ruled for 3 years. Koram ruled for 1 year. Abelkin ruled for 3 years. Lyarabam ruled for 2 years. Irarum ruled for 2 years. Ibranum ruled for 1 year. Hablam ruled for 2 years. Puzersin, son of Hablam, ruled for 7 years. Yarlaganda ruled for 7 years. Siu ruled for 7 years. Tariga ruled for 40 days. 21 kings ruled for 91 years and 40 days. Then the army of Gudium was defeated and the kingship was taken to Uruk. In Uruk, Utuhegel became king. He ruled for 420 years and 7 days. 2124 to 2113. 1 king ruled for 427 years and 6 sick days. Then Uruk was defeated and the kingship was taken to Uar. In Uar, Uarnamu became king. He ruled for 18 years. 2113 to 2095. Sulji, son of Uarnamu, ruled for 46 years. 2095 to 2047. Amarsin, son of Sulji, ruled for 9 years. 2047 to 2038. Susin, son of Amarsin, ruled for 9 years. 2038 to 2029. Ibisin, son of Susin, ruled for 24 years. 2029 to 2004. 4 sick kings ruled for 108 sick years. Then Uar was defeated. The kingship was taken to Ison. In Ison, Isbiur became king. He ruled for 33 years. 2018 to 1985. The divine Suilisu, son of Isbiura, ruled for 20 years. 1985 to 1975. Idandagan, son of Suilisu, ruled for 21 years. 1975 to 1954. Ismdagan, son of Idandagan, ruled for 20 years. 1954 to 1935. Lipitister, son of Ismdagan, ruled for 11 years. 1935 to 1924. The divine Uarnanurta ruled for 28 years. 1924 to 1896. Bursin, son of Uarnanurta, ruled for 21 years. 1896 to 1874. Lipitan Lil, son of Bursin, ruled for 5 years. 1864 to 1869. The divine Uramidi ruled for 8 years. 1869 to 1861. The divine Inlilbani ruled for 24 years. 1861 to 1837. The divine Zambija ruled for 3 years. 1837 to 1834. The divine Iterpeza ruled for 4 years. 1834 to 1831, Urdukuga ruled for 4 years. 1831 to 1828, Sinmagir ruled for 11 years. 1828 to 1817, Damokilisu, son of Sinmagir, ruled for 23 years. 1817 to 1794, 13 Sikh kings ruled for 213 years. Hand of Nirninsabur, Appendix. After this, Tablet B, from Nippur, adds some totals. A total of 39 kings ruled for 14409 plus n years, 3 months and 3.5 days. For dynasties in Kiss, a total of 22 kings ruled for 2610 plus n years, 6 months and 15 days. 5 dynasties in Uruk, a total of 12 kings ruled for 396 years. 3 dynasties in UR, a total of 3 kings ruled for 356 years. 1 dynasty in Awan, a total of 1 king ruled for 420 years. 1 dynasty in Hamadzi, a total of 1 king ruled for 90 years. 1 dynasty in Adab, a total of 6 kings ruled for 136 years. 1 dynasty in Mari, a total of 6 kings ruled for 99 years. 1 dynasty in Aksak, a total of 11 kings ruled for 197 years. 1 dynasty in Agade, a total of 21 kings ruled for 125 years and 40 days. 1 dynasty in Gudium, a total of 11 kings ruled for 159 years. 1 dynasty in Isen, 11 royal cities. Their total, 134 kings. Total 28, 876 plus n years, n months, n days.
Yes, especially made for you. Like and subscribe.
Forward for valor, to glory! We shall dispatch them for your honor! Charge!